My clients aren't influencers, they're everyday business owners. They don't post viral TikTok dances or trendy content, yet they make 10, 50, and even 100K a month, all from Instagram. And the craziest part is they get a fraction of the views, likes, comments that you'd expect. I know it sounds crazy, but let me take you behind the scenes and show you why Instagram is now on easy mode for business owners. Now this shift, I don't know how long it's gonna last, but the fact is Instagram is rewarding small creators with the big bucks. So let me show you how you can take advantage of this and blow up your business in 2025. Let's fucking go. All right, let's get into the big shift with the small followers. So as you can see, no one on this page has more than 5,000 followers. I mean, I will after this video because you're gonna get a lot of value. So chances are you're probably gonna go over to my Instagram and drop me a follow because you love my content. But aside from that, if you look at my following, it's 4,700 followers, and that's of recent. I'd say over the past 2-3 years, I was kind of stuck around 1,600 to 2,000 followers. Yeah, I've still generated over $4 million with my coaching business. And if you check out my previous videos, you'll see a ton of that. My business partner Z, who's generated a shitload of money as well, with only 2,700 followers. And that's, again, of recent. Our most recent client, Rizlane, who started working with us, who has only 877 followers, and she has generated $7,000 in less than 30 days. Justice Severin, who's been our client for the good part of 3 years, only has 3,500 followers, yet he's cleared his first $1 million cash collected. And interestingly enough, I have an award here for Justice. So Justice, if you're watching this, come collect your award because you have earned it and you've generated over $1 million cash collected inside of your coaching business. And you can get one of these awards too. We'll talk about that in another video. And Larissa, who only has 2,700 followers. Joshua Owens, who's been on Instagram for longer than dinosaurs have been around, only has 1,500 followers. And if we look at some of these guys' results, Ghislaine closed another $1,500 deal, and she has close to 10K generated in a month. Yusuf Sheikh, he's one of my other clients. He has a slightly bigger following, so we'll count him out, but he's generated over $1 million cash collected with his coaching business as well. Larissa, I mean, her testimonials below in the link if you want to check that out. But as of yet, she's generated just under $70,000 with her coaching business. And Joshua Owens gets regular $7,500 days. He made $10,000 in a single week and has regular $6,000 pay in full days, just from a tiny Instagram following. So I hope that's enough proof for you to realize that you can make a lot of money with a small following. But the question is, why? Well, the reason why is because the old method is outdated, right? The time of posting perfectly curated content, I mean, you don't see me being perfect on this video. I'm probably gonna fuck up and make a lot of mistakes. But the point is, perfectly curated content just no longer works, right? Viral posts and playing the algorithm game and chasing a bunch of views and focusing on aesthetics and vanity metrics. I mean, when I first got into the content game, it would piss me off when I'd look at my views and I'd realize, holy shit, like I have 300 views or 1,000 views, and you know, I'm worrying about getting my videos 10K or 100K or 1 million views, just like the big creators. But what you have to realize is these big creators, someone like Mr. Beast has millions of followers, but he sells a low ticket offer, Feastables, right? He has like his little chocolate bar that he sells, and the reason he makes a lot of money is he sells it at scale to a massive following, right? And that's the old method. If you want to chase virality, then this video is not for you, right? If you want to make a shitload of money with a very small following, then stick around. So the new method is you want to focus on conversations and genuine connections. You want to focus on engagement over entertainment, right? When I tried to post videos, one of my most viral videos on TikTok, I believe, has 170,000 views. Do you want to know how much money I made from that video? Zero fucking dollars, because the video has nothing to do with my business, right? I've posted boring videos that have got literally 1,000 views and I made tens of thousands of dollars from those videos. So the answer isn't virality, it's focusing on a specific problem and focusing on a small group of people that actually wants what you're offering, that you can solve the problem for, okay? So small followings that can actually generate $20,000 a month. And how do you define that small following? Well, think of it like this. If you solve a hyper-specific problem, so in my case, I help agency owners and coaches get more clients, that doesn't make up millions and millions of people in the marketplace. In fact, there's a very small amount of people that I've targeted my followers down to that I want to attract and I want to work with and I want to work with on a regular basis. So I specifically create content for those guys, right? The new method consists of success coming from connecting with the right people in the right way and not chasing views or likes. It's outdated. Nobody does that anymore, right? I mean, people that are these massive influencers that are broke. You don't want to be in that situation. Will Smith had a story one time where he shared, there's nothing worse than being famous and broke. And you don't want to be that person. So the problem is most people focus on getting as many followers as possible, right? Chasing followers and vanity metrics, chasing likes, engagements, and just hoping that it translates into clients. They go and get a bunch of views first and then try to forcefully convert those views into dollars. And that's how you have a disconnect with your audience. And all that massive following that you built up was for nothing, right? Or they post generic content that kind of just speaks to everyone and ends up converting no one. Again, you don't want to be in that position. And the result is you will burn out, create content with no return. But here's the thing, Instagram, it's not a popularity contest. It's a business tool, right? And if you're trying to run your Instagram like an influencer, you're missing out on the easiest opportunity to scale your business in 2025. And my clients and I, we take a completely different approach. Instead of trying to appeal to everyone, like I said, we focus on a small group of people that are ready to buy, and we speak directly to them. I'm going to explain this to you through using a chart that I actually built out in Miro. Now, it's not the most appealing or sexy chart like myself, but it's going to give you a lot of clarity in terms of who you should and shouldn't be targeting. Now, Eugene Schwartz, if you don't know him, he's a famous marketing guy, old guy, not as handsome as me, but he's a very smart guy. You should listen to him. He says that there are 5 stages of awareness. And the reason when you create content, it feels awkward and out of place is because you don't really have a clear idea of who it is that you're speaking to. So there's 5 stages of awareness. And when I first started to create content, because I'm speaking to a camera, it felt a little bit awkward. What do I mean by that? I felt like I was just kind of speaking to everyone versus just speaking directly to my audience, right? Massive exercise that you need to do as a business owner, if you haven't already, is put together like an ideal client profile, like a 1-page doc. And if you want me to create another video on this, just comment below ICP and I'll create a video. But the point of the matter is you need to have a doc which you have an exact crystal clear idea on who it is that you're speaking to. And this is going to help you avoid this problem that I'm about to share with you that I experienced. So my problem was I was creating content for people that are unaware. So in my business, the problem I solve is I help agency owners and coaches get more clients, right? But when I started to create content on the camera, it was super awkward because I was like, you know, here is what a funnel is. And I didn't realize it, but I was speaking to people that are completely unaware. The people don't know that they have a problem and don't know that they need a solution, right? So I was explaining like, this is what a funnel is, and here's why a funnel works, and here's how it gets you customers, and da-da-da. And it was just super awkward, and it was a massive disconnect, right? Then I realized Eugene Schwartz's 5 stages of awareness. And I was like, why don't I just target people that are a lot further in the sales cycle? Target people that are problem aware. They realize that what a funnel is, why their funnel currently sucks, and what problems it's causing them with client acquisition. And when I started doing that, I started to attract more targeted followers, right? People that, you know, realized that they had a problem, but they didn't know what the solution looked like. So I was like, hey, if you're struggling to get clients to your business, then your funnel probably sucks. And then I take them down the stages of awareness, right? Turn them into solution aware, what a potential solution looks like, product aware, here's how we can help you with our solution, and then most aware, here's a bunch of people that we've helped just like you solve that same problem. That's why you should do business with us. And that's when my Instagram started converting like crazy. Crazier than my grandmother, right? So this is super important. This is the old method versus the new method. So you need to ditch that old mentality of chasing virality and vanity metrics and start focusing on the new method. A very specific audience that is hyper-targeted and willing to convert, right? And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that with Instagram on easy mode framework. I should have named it better, but here we are. So there's 3 steps to the Instagram easy mode framework. I definitely need to change that name. The first step is magnetic profile creation. I pretty much come up with a bunch of cool names, so shit sounds more interesting. Number 2 is strategic content planning. And number 3 is a booked core framework. And this is the easiest strategy that you're going to use to go with someone go as someone with a tiny little Instagram following to making more money than you know what to do with your business. And hopefully help your clients, because that's super important as well. So number one is your magnetic profile, okay? Your profile isn't a portfolio where you went on vacation last summer. It isn't cute pictures with you and your dog. It's none of that stuff, okay? It's a sales page. And the sooner you start to look at it as a sales page, the sooner you gonna start to get actual sales from your Instagram, because that's your end goal, right? So it must communicate a few different things, like who you help, how you help them, why you're the best choice. For example, if you are someone that's a fitness coach and your profile is like super generic, like, hey, I'm a fitness coach. It's kind of generic. Everyone's a fitness coach. Fuck, I could be a fitness coach because I'm in decent shape, okay? If I just slap fitness coach in my bio, that's that, right? Everyone and anyone is claiming to be a fitness coach, but people don't care what you are. They care about what you can do for them, right? So an after is, I help busy moms lose 20 pounds without dieting. Now it's hyper specific, right? It's like, okay, if I'm a busy mom and I struggle with dieting, this person can help me get into shape. And this is gonna rapidly increase the amount of DMs that you get. I've seen this increase your DM response rate up to 300%, which is just fucking nuts. It's parabolic, crazier than Bitcoin's growth. So the point of the matter is, if you look at my profile, and I put it here as an example, I've done everything to turn my profile from a boring, generic Instagram profile that's never gonna get any conversions into a super high converting magnetic machine that brings clients even on the worst Sundays in the world. Because Sunday's definitely the worst day. I'm joking, Sunday's not a bad day. So the point of the matter is, look, if you look at my bio, everything is just clearly optimized. I know who I'm targeting, I know who I help, how I help them, and why I'm the best choice. And I'll show you exactly how I've constructed my profile to do that. So number one, you have my amazing name, and then right next to it, you have business scaling coach. So if somebody owns a business and they need to scale their business, instantly, they know I can help them, right? And if that isn't specific enough, I help coaches, agency owners, and digital marketers scale to $50,000 to $100,000 months. Again, even more specific. So if someone wants to scale to $50,000 to $100,000 a month inside their businesses, they're like, tick, there's a chance that this guy can help me. But the problem is, they're gonna be suspicious. Now they know who you are. Now the next thing that they're gonna wanna know is why the fuck they should trust you, right? So over here, I have one of my accolades, which has generated over $4 million without paid ads. And that raises curiosity because everyone knows that paid ads is like one of the fastest ways to grow a business, or the typical way to grow a business. So once I have that, instantly I've ticked most of these boxes. Who I help, how I help them, and now they're wondering, why am I the best choice, okay? So my story highlights, I share a few different things. Number one is my wins. So I have a section with my wins. If I'm promising that I can help other people hit $100,000 months, I have to have done it myself. Otherwise, no one's gonna fucking trust me, right? So I've got some Stripe results, which is 83,400 pounds in 4 weeks, which is pretty much 100 and something thousand US dollars. The point is, it ticks the box. The next story highlight I have is client wins, which is essentially a list of my client wins. If you go over to my Instagram profile, you'll see client win after client win after client win, proving once again that I've helped people that were once in the same position as them. And then I have lifestyle. Why? Because I'm a lifestyle junkie and a degenerate. So I'd like to go out there and do fun shit, which shows people who I am as a person and what separates me from the other boring business coaches that stay at home glued to their laptops all day. So that's a little bit on your magnetic profile. It's the first step to building an Instagram profile on easy mode, okay? The next thing is your pre-sale content. Remember, you're not posting to go viral, you're posting to pre-sell. The number one question you want to answer in your prospects' minds the minute they click on your profile is, why the fuck should I do business with this person? And if it doesn't answer that question, then it's not really a good profile, is it? So your content should do 3 cool things. Number 1, build trust. Number 2, show authority. Number 3, address core pain points. And the mindset shift that you want to make is, it's not content, it's a conversation starter. Like, not the full pitch. Like, you're not out here to pitch on your profile because then you're going to repel people. You want to start a conversation. Hey man, I noticed that you help so-and-so get X result. Just curious, how did you do that? That's a conversation starter, right? And that's the effect that you want your content to have if you structure it in the way that I'm about to show you right now. So if you look at my Instagram profile, it's very well curated. Like, ignore the degenerate Lamborghini stuff, etc. If you just focus on like the main stuff, I've strategically pinned 3 videos to the top of my profile. This one is in the process of being replaced with something that's going to be way fucking cooler. Follow me on Instagram so you can see it when it drops. But I've got my unique method, right? So there are countless people. I'm not oblivious to the fact that there's hundreds of people promising coaches and agency owners that they're going to help them scale. But what I want to break down is what my unique method is, right? So we said that your profile should build trust, show authority, address pain points. So I pinned this video, which I'm going to get into in just a sec, which is like my unique method. Then I have client results. Then I got some more degenerate lifestyle stuff, okay? So if you click on the first pinned video, which is this one, I pretty much go into detail about the scale framework, which is the 4 or 5 steps. And by the way, I have a video on that. If you haven't watched it already, go watch it. It's fucking sick. But the point is, I go into depth and detail with the exact framework that I've used to scale my business, and I just give away all the value up front. So if someone clicks on my profile, they read my bio, they're like, okay, this guy helps people scale their businesses. He's claiming to generate a lot of money. How does he do it, right? Is he the real deal? And I just show a bunch of proof of my results, my unique method, what's worked for me. So by that point, if somebody wants to do business with me, they've already got value for me up front, right? And that positions me and ticks that authority box, right? Number 2 is client results. So in this video, it's literally a testimonial mashup, right? And again, it's pinned to the top of my profile because if they watch my unique method and my results, the next thing they're wondering is, well, how do I know this is going to work for me? And my content strategically answers those questions and takes them through the 5 stages of awareness, where I help them become problem aware. Here's why you're stuck and not scaling your business. Solution aware, which is, this is my unique method. And then product aware, which is, here's how we've helped clients in a similar situation as you. And then most aware, we carry this on in the DMs, right? But the point of the matter is, in this pinned video, I basically break down all my clients. We've helped these clients generate X amount of money. Would you believe me? Here's some proof. And it's like, Mehdi, here's how he's helped me generate multiple 6 and 7 figures in my business, blah, 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 blah. He's the man. Go work with him. Trust him. And again, it ticks the next box. It builds trust. It shows authority. And it also has a snippet of the client's pain points, because in the video, they might say things like, well, we were struggling with traffic or getting clients, and here's how Mehdi's helped us. Go work with him. He's the best. So I think you get the point. But the final thing I want to move on to is the mindset shift that you want to make. Content equals a conversation starter, not the full pitch. And this brings us on to our next point, which is how your profile grid should look. So if you look at my profile grid, the number one thing I'm always doing inside of my content, and I have a page for my ICP, my ideal client profile, where I literally have a 3-page doc that goes in depth with who they are, what their biggest pain points are, what they're struggling with, what their biggest desires are, which just makes it so much easier for me to create content that speaks directly to their needs. And if you look at my content, I literally only have 1,000 to 2,000 views. On a good day, 3,000 or 4,000 views per video. But the reason I don't care too much about views is because if just one of these viewers becomes a client, that's 5 figures that I'm making from a single Instagram post, which to me is a high leverage use of my time. Because if I spend 1 to 2 hours filming 10 to 20 pieces of content, and that brings me 1 client, that's a $10,000 per hour activity. And that's how I reach that math. So the fact of the matter is, every single one of my pieces of content targets a very specific pain point. So I know, for example, this video where I talk about stop giving clients what they want, people that are watching that video have clients, and they're usually giving clients what they want. They're thinking to themselves, oh, what is it about what I'm giving clients that I shouldn't be doing? And it sparks their curiosity, and they watch the video and get value from it. Or this one, where I know one of my clients' biggest pain points is their clients ghosting them, or their ideal avatar ghosting them constantly, and explaining to them why this problem is occurring. Again, going back to the 5 stages of awareness, why the problem is occurring, what the solution looks like, how I can help them, right? And every piece of content is just designed to move them further down that stage. And the way I look at content, and this is probably one of the best examples that I can give you, is like starting a pizza shop, okay? If I start a pizza shop today and I'm like, oh, I have the best pizza in the world, but no one's ever tried it. Every pizza store claims to have the best pizza in the world. I'm sure you've seen it, right? But no one's ever seen or tasted my pizza. So how are they supposed to know I have the best pizza? So there's two ways I can go out there and promote it. The first way is going out into the streets and shouting, oh, I have the best pizza in the world. But then again, everyone else does that, right? Or if my pizza is genuinely as good as I say it is, just giving out free slices of the pizza, right? And when I go out into the street to random people and I'm like, hey, you like pizza? Great, I qualify them. Here's a slice of pizza. And they try it and they're like, fuck, this is delicious. This is definitely one of the best pizzas I've ever had. Then they're automatically going to become clients. So the best way I can describe pre-selling content to you is give out free slices of pizza, i.e. the whole pie is your offer. Just give out free slices of the pie. And when you do that, people are going to be like, holy shit, like this guy's free stuff is so good. Imagine how good his paid stuff is. So that's a little bit on how to create content. And if you don't have like an ideal client profile sheet or a document, comment below and I'll make a separate video on that. Alternatively, you can book a call and I'll help you build a personalized one for yourself. Which brings us on to the next point, which is direct outreach. So once you're getting that attention, like one of the biggest mistakes I see creators make, especially entrepreneurs, content entrepreneurs, is they go out there, start creating some content, get a couple thousand views, wait 30 days or 60 days like, oh man, my content is not working. And that's your fault, right? Because what you're not doing is you're not outreaching to the people that are engaging in your content. I'll give you a perfect example. Stop waiting around and actually start the conversations. And your outreach should just be genuine, strategic. Now, personally, like I have a whole system for this. I have appointment setters, many chat flows, automations that helps you really systemize this stuff. But if you're just starting out, a very simple thing that you can do is reach out to someone that liked a piece of your content. So for example, if you go back to this content and someone watched one of my videos, which is clients are ghosting you and they commented on it or they liked it, I might reach out to them and say, hey John, noticed that you like this video, man. I'm interested in creating more content like this to help people like yourself. What was it that specifically stood out to you about this piece of content? And John might turn around and say, well, you know what? It was really good actionable advice. And I might make a joke and say, well, John, you know, we all hate getting ghosted by clients. Talk to me, like, what was the worst experience that you had when you got ghosted? And it's a genuine interaction. I'm curious to know John's story about him getting ghosted. And then from that, I might learn about his business model. From that, I might learn about other problems he's experiencing. From that, I can offer him a solution and funnel him down into a client that can further help, right? So don't wait around to do direct outreach, just get to it, right? And I promised you this was Instagram on easy mode. As you can see, it's 3 very simple steps. So get to implementing this and get to implementing it quick. And if you do want access to this doc, just DM me on Instagram. More than happy to just give it to you. Now, the final step is scaling on Instagram, okay? So there's a couple of common concerns that you might have, like, oh, I don't have time to post every single day, and I get it, right? I used to think the same thing. I'm a busy business owner. I've got this crazy schedule, 101 things to do. But the simple solution is you just need to post 1 to 2, you just need to dedicate 1 to 2 hours a week. All I do is I don't sit here behind the fucking camera and laptop and record content 7 days a week. I literally schedule out 2 to 3 hours a week, write out a list of ideas. I have a content system. Again, if you want access to it, DM me, happy to hook you up. And pretty much sit down, create a bunch of content and then cycle it out. And I know within 2 hours, I can create content for a week, couple of weeks, or even up to a month, depending on how I'm feeling that day, right? Or if you're sitting there thinking to yourself, well, I'm not good at creating content, find simple strategic posts that start conversations, right? And I can't stress how much having your ideal client profile written down is going to help you. Because if they have a list of 10 problems, for example, my clients get ghosted, they have low conversions, they don't generate enough traffic, like just those ideas alone, I can go do some research and come up with a nice post that I can create that targets that specific problem, right? So it's not hard to create content, you just need to systemize it. And this is exactly what our clients have used. For example, Justice with 3,500 followers to get to 50K a month. Or Rizlane, who with 800 followers, come on guys, 800 followers. I'm sure someone's grandmother out here has 800 followers or even more, right? So Rizlane has less than most people's grandmothers in terms of a following, has made $7,000 worth of sales in just 30 days. And the reason these results are predictable is because they use the right system. So if you've got value from this video, smash that subscribe button. Furthermore, if you do need help implementing the right easy Instagram content system that's going to rapidly help you scale your business in 2025, then There is a button below. You can schedule a call. I'm more than happy to help you out with a much more tailored approach specific to you, your business, your offer, and your clients. And I'll see you in the next video.